We can record. Okay, so recording chat. We're recording. So this could be the YouTube video that I'm going to do. You guys can check it out on my channel. Manacle. We're gonna put in the link real quick. Here we'll see. We'll put it right here.
They're like dumb to fight. Like we've all
This,
fought,
but why don't I hear myself?
Halloween boss, like the winter boss. Guns just
Bro,
really
holy
cheesy.
fuck, I'm fucking annoyed.
And it was kind of just something.
Okay, hold up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nope. Pause, please. Okay, we're gonna start this video chat. Let's get on with it. Okay. A280. What is this? It's A280, right? Honestly, let's look at the stats real quick. Let me go because I need to remind myself of this chat. And I will be cutting some of this out for the most part. A280C. 10, 2.8. Okay, definitely not bad. You're worth using. This is gonna be in order, by the way. It means if it's at the front, that means it's better than all the other ones. Alright, chat? This one. All the knives real quick. Let's check right here. Both of them, let's check. This one's 8, but why do they do more damage, chat? Why? That shit pisses me off. At least tell me the swing speed. It probably the same swing speed because it's based off of shank. Then again, I don't know if the individual tools have different speeds, but whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, so let's see. This one is, yeah, this one just don't use because this one's just worse than the other one, bro. Okay. Yeah, this one's not even this one because it's like. This never works, bro, because it's always just better to get the SL. Bowcaster. Let's check Bowcaster real quick. 25 damage and knockback. That's basically railgun, chat. Basically fucking railgun with AoE. Holy butt, bro. That's actually crazy damage. It's basically railgun. I don't think it has 4 shots, so I think it only has like 3 at most. So it's close to a railgun. BR. Let's check this real quick, chat. So yeah, but actually, this is gonna be like, I'm gonna say it's a little bit below railgun, but it's basically railgun. Because I think it's exhaust as long as hell. That's from when I seen it being used. Okay. And it's also probably harder to hit on sabers. Actually, no, it hits through block though. At least last time I remember. 0.5. Okay, that fire rate is actually really high. Honestly, because Galar 5th 17C exists, this literally is gutted. It's literally gutted because you can literally just use Galar 17C. But it is a secondary though, so it does give it a flying chance. However, DC 17M beats it. So it's like, why would you use it, chat? Why would you use it? Here, let's check DC 17M real quick so we can properly give this a good ranking. 7 damage. Oh boy, 7 damage. Yeah, chat. And then let's look at Galar 17C. 17 damage, 0.5. Yeah, bro. This, honestly, I'm going to put it right here. It's going to be going under DC 17M and under DC 17M and under Galar 17G. This gun, hard to tell what it is. All these guns look the same. That's what I don't like about these. Break? It looks like break. I think it's break, chat. Hey, actually, let me post this stream. Wait, hold up. I might actually not want to do it if there's a force gun tier list, because then I'm not trying to fuck them over. Force Roblox gun tier list, bro. Honestly, I don't see one, chat. I don't see one. Honestly, I don't want to post it on the videos chat because, like, I'd rather just post the actual video. We'll just be doing it here, chat. Yeah, this is break though. This is break. 100% break. That's a lot of fire rate. Let me compare it to DC 17 real quick. Because that's what a lot of those meta bends. Like, if this certain gun's better than the other one, then it's more worth being used. You know what I mean? Let me see Rampage. Okay, because how low the damage is, bro, it's honestly just like right here. But like, yeah, it's just right here. Because like, okay, yeah, the fire rate's insane, but the damage sucks, bro. You know what I mean? So you're like, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna say it's not like if it was 0.3 or 0, it was 0.04 or 0.03, it might be busted. But because it's not, it's gonna be under even BR. This every sniper, bro, is gonna be put right here, bro. It's gonna be put in here. Right here, chat. Why? Because you can't use it in close quarters. If you use it in close quarters, bro, you're better off using Galar, bro. It's so bad, bro. And you can use it long range, bro. But like, bro, we might as well just be trolling, chat. I'm not gonna put it right here, bro. I mean, I'm gonna put it right here because it does work for long range, but like, who the fuck is using a long range, chat? So we're just gonna put all the snipers right here, chat. This gun, is honestly most meta right here. Let's just look at the A280 and the D77. This is a good comparison right here. Yeah, let's open this up. 0.025. We're just gonna put that on 0.35, right? And then we're gonna do, because this one is kind of a toss-up. Which one's better. Both of these though are worse than DC-17M. Okay, see, this is where the toss-up happens. 9 divided by 2, 45. This one is 42. So DC-17M wins off of DPS. Let's see. Both secondaries, by the way. Both secondaries. I'll make sure of that. Yeah. Okay, where's the tier list? Right here. Yeah, this one beats it. I want to say just because of that, bro, it's not even worth using it. Like, because it's a secondary and like that, it's just not worth using it, chat. So it's honestly, this is not even like a tier list. Because if this was a tier list, then this one gun would go right here. Because it is a pretty good gun, right? But because this is not necessarily a tier list, it's more of like recommendations. I'm gonna say if you're thinking about using these 280, you can use it for a little bit, but it's better off getting the DC-15. So honestly, I'm gonna bump it right down here, chat. Actually, I'm gonna can use for a little bit. Nah, I'm gonna say don't use, because you can literally just get this gun. Everybody has access, so just get this gun. Don't use that. Don't use the 280, bro. DC-15A. What is this gun? DC-15A. This gun's like, it's worse than DC-15. I will tell you that, but it's gonna be like up here. This one's lower because of exhaust and the ammo count. This one's close, bro, to being high, but that fire rate though, bro, it's just like, it's not worth using. You'd rather use DC-17M, and like, you might even want to use dual. You might even want to use DC-15A over it. Let's just check real quick. 0.3 for 12 damage, chat. Look, let's say in 0.6 seconds, that becomes 24 damage. Let's see that 19 real quick. 19 times what? 0.75. Here, I'm gonna show you guys the fucking statistic. I won't be doing this for everything, but I'm gonna show you because I know some people are gonna argue about this. BR81. BR81. So that's 19 times 0.75. So 19 times 0.75. That's 14 seconds, right? In 14 seconds, it will do 38 damage. So in 38 damage in 14 seconds, right? The DC-15A will do 12 damage. I know I could just do fire rate and DPS calculations. I will do that, but I just want to put this in perspective real quick. 12 damage. So do 12 damage times 3. 12 damage times 3. So already in 0.9 seconds, it's doing 36 damage. In 0.9 seconds, it's already doing 36 damage. Now let's do times 4. And 48 damage in 1.2 seconds. That's already beating this gun. It's going to take 14 seconds to do... Hold up. I think we're doing this wrong. Hold up, chat. It's going to take 1.4 seconds to do 38 damage, while this is doing 48 fucking damage in 1.2 seconds. So really? Let's look at that shit, bro. We'll keep it up here for now, but this beats it. This Honestly, I wouldn't say it's broken. Honestly, its damage is not high enough for me to say it's broken. The only reason why I would say it's broken, quote unquote, because it's the best secondary, but it's not broken, you know. So I'm gonna just keep it A for now. This one, definitely not bad, worth using. It probably honestly goes right here. Because like this gun deals like half the amount of damage for the fire. Like 8 damage for the fire rate. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's faster than a DC at 15. Let's look at this. 0.2, yeah, it's faster than DC 15. Does 8 damage, chat. Yeah, it's just good. I wouldn't say it's better than the. Hold on, let's see. This is going to be a DPS calculation one. 0.15, 53 DPS. I think I'm doing it wrong, but like you guys got unit per unit type shit. You guys done math, right? And it's also weird because the multi hit shot headshot is not the same, you know. All right, let's see. 0.2. That's 50. This one has more DPS, y'all. Hold up. Honestly, yeah, we're gonna put DH higher, chat. And honestly, I agree with that. Like me thinking about it, DH is better, chat. It's better. DL, this one's like it's a 50-50 chat. If you use it, bro, you're just better off using better shit, bro. It's a pretty good fire rate, I won't lie. Yeah, it's just not worth using it, chat. We're gonna put it right. Let's see, what's this DPS? 43. Honestly, it's gonna go above the BR, but BR kind of sucks, chat. Like, it's not worth your time. It's only up here, bro, because the damage for the thing. Like, there's things with these guns, like Railgun and BR, they're generally very good. But when it comes to DPS battles, they get outclassed. You know what I mean? So it's just not worth it, chat. It's just not worth your time. You can still win battles, bro, but it's not worth your time. That's why I'm going to put DL above it, because of DPS. Yeah. The DPS is pretty insane on that shit. 2.5, bro. 2.5. Don't even talk to me about that. We'll do the DPS right now. Hold up. 19 divided by 0.75. Yeah, that's a horrible DPS, bro. 25, chat? Nah. See, that goes down there. This one goes... Honestly, it's a little bit higher, bro, because it's railgun damage, bro. AoE. Someone tell me how cheesy that shit is, chat. We're gonna look. Railgun. 21 damage, bro. So it's just like you can get a sneaky railgun damage with crossbow, with bowcaster. So that's just a little cheesy, chat. More cheesier than this. Is it better than these guns though? Wouldn't say, because the exhaust and the ammo capacity. This is basically the DC-17M, but slower. Let's look at the stats real quick, chat. DLC 19. Where is it, chat? Not this one. This one. 6 damage, 0.15. Yeah, so it's literally the same damage. It's less damage than the DC-17M, and more and slower. So it's less damage and slower, bro. It's just like, my nigga, don't even use this shit, bro. Don't even use this shit, bro. Don't even fucking use this shit, dude. It's literally worse than all this shit, dude. Like, it's going below this shit, bro. Below this, below that. Like, I wouldn't put it over here because I wouldn't say it's that. It's just going all right here, chat. What is this? It's hard to tell. DLT19X. See, all snipers, bro. I'm sorry. I don't even want to rank these snipers, chat. I mean, I guess for anybody who wants to be weird. But the only thing that's only really going to matter is damage. So, I mean, I guess I'll do that for y'all. I'll rank it by damage. BX, I'm pretty sure BX does the most. It does like 130. Because, like, the only thing snipers are good for is the damage, right? And damage, yeah, because you're only using it long range, so it's the only thing that matters is the damage. These apparently do the same damage, though. This one might be slightly better, in my opinion. I'm just assuming. I don't have any facts. I just assume it's better because it's craftable. Like, maybe it'll have better exhaust or something. Healing gun. Let's just check out the heal, bro. It's hard to rank these healing guns, bro. I mean, if you have like the most meta kit in the game and then run one healing gun, then bro, GG's, you win, chat. You literally win. 2 fire rate. That's pretty long, chat. Let's see. Let's check the other heal gun, which is this gun. Which is this gun. 0.04. What the fuck? Oh wait, it's only one healing now. One healing, and then this one's 25 healing. Okay, okay. Honestly, they're both pretty much the same. Like they're both on par. DPS is about the same. I don't know. I would say I'm just put it right here because you have the most meta kit in the game. You can use these guns, right? But if you have some bullshit at tier list, I mean some bullshit at loadout, you're getting like destroyed cuts. Like you're just done. Yeah, like you need to be good at the game to use healing gun because like you're fighting on a crutch. Like you have no, you're losing out on a lot of damage by making your primary this healing gun. So be good at the game and have the most meta secondary and tertiary to kind of clutch up for you having bad loadout. Though if you are running healing gun though, you're probably going to lose to somebody else with the other meta loadout because you're lacking out on a bunch of DPS. So if you can use for a little bit, you can use for a little bit. It depends. It's like a situational, chat. Would be very good in wars. I wouldn't even mind playing healer in wars. But BSG don't have that type of equipment, don't have that type of firepower, you know what I'm saying? We can't afford healing guns, chat. But don't worry. Anyways, healing guns fits these factions more. Let's be for real. But yeah, dual A's, this probably like, I don't know, D817 versus dual RAs is kind of a toss-up, I think. I don't think so though. I think that's just me thinking that. Let's see. 6 damage, 0.125, 0.125, 0.125, 1.25, 1.25. And then versus DH. Yeah, let's just do the damage calculation real quick. 8 divided by 1.5, that's 0.53. Let's go over here to do RAs. 6 is not the tribe, chat. 6 divided by 1.25. 48. So this actually how DPS is it, chat. I might have to change my fucking loadout, chat. Hold the fuck up. So yeah, it does out DPS it. However, hold up. This is a dual gun. I don't think that gives it an advantage. The exhaust might change it. I do know, I'm pretty sure the D817 has a lesser magazine. The reload time, I'm pretty sure it's about the same. Maybe D817 is probably a little bit faster, but it does have a little bit of lower magazine. So honestly, it doesn't matter. It's not too much of a factor. DPS though does win on the here, let's fix that up. Yeah, DPS does win on the D817. Honestly, for a second, I guess I did something wrong when I was doing this tier list earlier in my mind and writing it down. I thought dual RS was better than D817. That's incorrect. D817 is better. And it's honestly better for beaming because you can get more shots off. You can be more accurate with a single-handed gun than dual guns. So yes, don't use dual RAs. Use freaking D817, chat. Yeah, so I don't see any benefits running this. Yeah. No, but that's really how it is, bro. If you run a gun with less DPS, bro, you're just copying yourself. I wish it wasn't like that, but that's how the combat is, chat. Yeah, D817 is better, chat. Dual, okay, these guns. It's funny because this gun is literally just the same stats as DC-15A, just duels, which makes it a toss-up, my guy. I'm a little bit of toss-up. Doesn't mean it's better for like hitting your shots, because it's easier to hit shots with this gun than it is with the DC-15A. It is a tertiary too, which does kind of make it better. I'm gonna say just put it right here. It's not better than this gun. Here, let's check the DPS real quick. Just 12 divided by 0.3. Yeah, DPS sucks. It's dual, so it is easier to hit though. It is kind of awkward though, because its fire rate kind of sucks. Because the fire rate of this fucking rifle right here. So I'm gonna say, honestly, this is below it. Yeah, let's check real quick. Yeah, it sucks. It's better than D15A because it's easier to hit. It's also tertiary. That's better though. Dual RA's chat. Let me check chat real quick. Yep, nobody's in chat. I'm crying. Let's go. Okay. Wait, hold up. I'm confusing the shit on me. What was I looking at, chat? Oh yeah. Okay. So DC 15. Right here. 9 divided by 0.2. Holy shit, dude. 45. So honestly, chat. Boom. And then look this shit. This shit. 6 divided by 1.25. 48. Yeah. This looks about right. No, hold up. 9 divided by 2. Okay. Okay. This one's above. And there's this one. And honestly, this one, why this one's so bad, good? Because, like, even though it's below these two, it's as a secondary. So it's the second best secondary. And then this one goes here. Yeah. Yeah. And hold on. One more thing I want to compare. Is this 12 divided by 0.3? Yeah, so 40, this gets out DPS. Yeah, it's just sorry, tertiary West Star 3/4. It kind of does have a buff because it's duels like a lot. Because now you're able to hit 12 damage so easily, but it just is not the same as DH17 in my opinion. Like your DPS, because of its DH17 DPS, it's just so much more worth your time, in my opinion. Does it go above the dual RAs though? I personally don't think so, but we're gonna look one more time. 12 divided by 0.3. Yeah, so 48 damage, 48. That's a pretty freaking significant DPS increase. Yes, sorry, buddy, you're saying right here. This one's just better. DPS. We'll look at it again. 0.2. Yeah, 45. That's just, yeah, no. So he wins. And we'll look one more time. Just double checking ourselves, y'all. 6 divided by, that's 48. Yeah, so this wins off of DPS. This one has the best DPS though. Well, 53, chat. We'll do it again one more time. Yeah, 53. So that wins. This is pretty clear, chat. Duel, I haven't not seen this gun. This gun used to be meta, chat. Ever since it's nerfed though, it has never seen the light of day, chat. Some gun has the same fire rate as this. I don't know which one though. Let's check though real quick. Wow, there's no way this is the same fire rate. No way. No way, chat. Hold, bro. Why has nobody been using these? Okay. 7 damage. Hold up, chat. 8.75. Yeah, so they're literally the same gun, chat. There's no way the same. Oh, wait, we're just gonna go off Tierlist. I don't have mod powers or anything like that to really verify this shit. So this is a tier list based off of Trello, chat. Any mistakes goes to that. But yeah, they're the same gun, but one's dualies, chat. What the fuck, chat? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Would I rather have a dualies or would I rather have a single-handed gun? That's literally what it comes up to because it's the same gun. And honestly, bro, I'm gonna say dualies are better because dualies are better against sabers, in my opinion. It's easier to hit shots. Like, it's easier to hit strafing targets with dualies than it is with a single-handed gun. That's why I would say they would be above DC-17M. Because with the DC-17M, yeah, it's just not as easy to hit strafing targets with the duals are. However, I'm pretty sure single guns are better at like beaming. Like, no, let's think about this, chat. Like, I'm pretty sure single-handed guns are more accurate though in general though. So if you're trying to strafing, duals are better. If somebody's not strafing and they're like just moving around a lot, And what I mean by strafing is horizontally. Vertically, single-handed guns I think are better. So vertically, vertical, single hands better. Horizontally, duels are better. So it's still kind of a toss-up, chat. I guess it kind of goes a little bit to the exhaust and reload. I don't know, chat. These guns are so similar, and I don't have enough information. Honestly, in my opinion, my humble opinion, chat, I think this is better because I could dodge some of the bolts from the other blaster. You know what I mean? So then only one of the bolts will hit me. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's kind of bad. Because how duels work in this game, and I'm assuming this, I'm not 100% sure, is that it shoots one bolt, right? And that one bolt does 7 damage. And then the next time you shoot, another bolt will come from the other gun. So it's like dual guns are alternating guns. That's how they work. They're alternators. So they'll both do not like, oh, the damage is split. No. Damage, 7 damage with this bolt, 7 damage with that bolt. Fire rate is the same. So in 0 point, let's go right here. In 0.142 it'll shoot on the left side, and then another 0.142 it'll shoot on the right side, and it just alternates the whole round. So that's how this gun works. With knowing how duels work, I do say better horizontally, but overall it's gonna be less accurate, you know what I mean, and that's gonna be bad. So yeah, better for fighting sabers, better horizontally, but DC-79 is going to be in general more accurate, because with the West Stars, when you're fighting against it, you can kind of dodge the bullets because it's, you know, it's less accurate. It's coming from 2 barrels. Because like at one point, oh, this gun's about to hit me, but then guess what? It alternates with the dualies, right? So now you just dodged from the left side because now instead of the second bolt shooting also on the left side, it's shooting on the right. So you can dodge it. It's a lot easier to dodge. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean, right? It'd be better if you had control of both guns, but you don't. It just always alternate, right? So that just puts dualies at just worse than DC-79. Still same stats though, so it's still up there. But you know, yeah. This gun right here, I'm pretty sure this is a DX. My bad for spending so much time on those guns though. I think it's very important though, especially knowing the context and shit. DX. See, I don't know if this is believable, chat, but we're going off of Trello. It's the only information we got. So, and I do know these damage values are updated. That's what I can guarantee you guys. I'm pretty sure these are updated. And also why I'm so confident in that, because I fought a lot of these guns in battlegrounds and just general fights, and they seem pretty accurate. It's not like there's no way that does 11 damage. Like, no, that feels like it does 11 damage. So yeah, this gun though being tertiary, I don't know if it does the same thing as like a sniper. It probably does, I'm not gonna lie, because if it did not work like a sniper, then everybody would be running, every stormtrooper would be running this. So honestly, it probably has the same properties as a sniper. So because of that, I'm gonna put it in the sniper tier list right here. What I mean by sniper, it means that its damage, it gets nerfed. So if you're closer, then its damage get nerfed. But if you're farther away, the damage goes back to normal. That's why, oh, it does 100 damage, but if you get close, then it only does like 10 damage. That's why it's so bad. I do have an idea of a rework for this, which is like, basically, if you're using it, your speed gets nerfed, or alternatively, not your speed, but your sensitivity gets nerfed. So if you're using these guns, like the sensitivity is really it's really hard. It's like it'll be nerfed by like 120%. So it's really slow to aim it, so you can't really do flicks with it. You know what I mean? But obviously, if you're using it long range, it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, basically, it was just like guns like the sniper or the miniguns will become like top heavy, so you can't just like swing that big ass gun around. But rather it would get a sensitivity nerf. Like there's different ways you can do it. Maybe you could do it by just reducing speed. Maybe you could do it by reducing sensitivity by a fixed amount. Maybe you could do it by I'm trying to see like how can you simulate a gun being heavy? I don't know. I think sensitivity is honestly the best way. Like I think it's the funnest way. Yeah. Like another thing, what you could do, don't change the sensitivity, but rather change how fast the gun follows you. Like let's go in a game real quick. Like don't change your camera don't change the player's scan sensitivity, but change how fast your player can move the gun. So I guess it's kind of hard to explain, but like, you know, when you flick your gun, right? When you flick your camera, your gun follows you right as quick as you go. But if you use a heavy gun, it wouldn't. It would take a little bit of time to catch up. You know what I mean? So basically, like your speed would stay the same, but like, let's see, let's see. Um, let's see. I'm trying to see how you would code this. I don't want to take too much time because this is a tier list video. Um, I guess. Honestly, a best thing would probably be a speed nerf because like what I'm trying to say is basically if you wanted to do that to simulate like moving the gun takes a lot of time, right? It's basically a speed nerf. So then a speed nerf means that you can't spin around as easily. You can't carry it as easily. So for all heavy guns like snipers, RPSs, miniguns, not LMGs, take LMGs out of this for a second. I think LMGs should stay. You should be able to run with them. They should be able to have regular stats, in my opinion. Maybe just a slightly reduced. They should be a middle ground. Maybe like LMGs 5% speed buff, speed nerf. Everything else is like 10. Maybe RPS even 15. I think it should be 15, yeah. And then like they'd have a speed nerf, right? Not too much, not too much shit. And speed nerf all the time, by the way. Not when they're just holding it out, but all the time. And actually, hold up. They should have, I think just a speed nerf from your equipment. Let this be nice. When they have it equipped, right? You could do like maybe more like a passive speed nerf, and then even more of a nerf when they're equipping it. But let's just say only a nerf when they have it equipped, right? And then you add a passive sensitivity debuff. So if you're having a sniper, a minigun or RPS, your sense gets nerfed. So it takes you slower to move around your camera, and then also your speed is nerfed. That's what I think. That means we can take off this whole sniper thing of like, oh, it has to be nerfed, based on how close you are. Like, no, fuck that, bro. That's not fun. But yeah, just do that, bro, and we'll be fine, in my opinion. And then once that's fixed, now we can balance snipers like more differently. We can make this one be more of like a semi-auto sniper with like a 6 magazine. We can make this sniper one like two magazine, and it does like the most in the game. And we can make Amban, just the most powerful gun in the game. Most powerful sniper in the game. And then yeah, and then even make the poison sniper, make it the same thing, bro. Make it maybe like a 12 mag poison. But yeah. And then yeah, bro, like once we do that, and then yeah, make the PSE the one with the bleeding with the gun shove and shit. And maybe make it a 16 mag or some shit. 16's max is a lot. I'm referring to like Call of Duty and Rainbow Six Siege, but that's not really how it works in this game. But yeah, like once we do that, make all these heavy guns sensitivity nerf and speed nerf, bro. That's all it needs. But yeah, that's just a real quick recommendation. We're gonna get back to the tier list, y'all. And yeah, okay, let's go to the tier list. What gun is this shit? Oh, it's the SE14. So yeah, I don't know too much of this gun. It just seems like a sniper. It probably has the range nerf, which is closer you are, less damage. But it does do 130, so it is better than all these snipers. No scope though. No scope though. But still 130, so it's like it's always just better. Just need to have the skill for it, chat. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to SE14. This one's I'm assuming guys, based on like just seeing like I've always heard there was a burst pistol for stormtroopers, so I'm assuming this is the burst pistol. Like these 5 bullets is not referring to pellets, it's referring to burst. So it shoots 5 bullets per burst, which is pretty insane. And I'm assuming they all do 6 damage. You say, oh, 6 damage times 5. That's 30 damage, chat. 30 damage, chat. That's pretty insane. That's like better than the railgun, better than the BR. But what I do know, assuming that the E3 is also broken, it's also a burst gun. I'm assuming this gun also has the same glitch too, and that glitch is like sometimes all the bullets will hit and do up to 30 damage, but sometimes all the bullets will hit but it'll only do like like 2% of damage. Like, I don't know, just sometimes the bullets won't register, something like that. So based on that thing, I'm gonna assume that the TX27, which is another burst gun, and this burst gun right here is also broken, because otherwise, pretty sure these guns would be in meta right now. But because they're not, I'm assuming it's because of that glitch. So yeah, because honestly and otherwise, burst weapons are actually pretty nice, like really nice. So yeah, so we're gonna put this one as glitched, and we're also just gonna put this one as glitched too. I'm gonna say which one's best actually. It doesn't really matter, chat. I mean, I will just put it best because I don't plan on making another tier list. So if you really want to know, you'll be able to look at this in the future and see like, oh, they're fixed now. Let me see which one's the best, and you'll be able to see from this tier list which one's the best. So yeah, 10 damage, 3 bullets. That's 30 damage as well. The fire rate though is so much higher, chat, which is fucking broken. So E3 just instantly goes to the top. And then TX27 looks at this. Let's look at the stats for this one real quick. Yeah, okay, so that just puts 8 times 3, 24. Yeah, poor TX27, it's just the worst one. Let's get TX27, chat. Where is it? Right here. It's just worse. It sucks. This is my favorite gun. I got lower class with this, chat. Like, legitimately. Like, I was actually beating a lot of people. Not Shadows, chat, but, yeah. This looks like the E22. Let's go to it real quick. 11 damage. Just know this is real, because if this was actually, it is probably real. This is similar stats to the DC-15A, which makes sense. So it's basically a slightly faster DC-15A with less damage. I'm just gonna do a DPS calculation, and then just based on that, I'll rank it. 40 damage, 11 divided by 2.85, 38. So, whoa, hold up. Yeah, so its DPS is slightly worse. We're just gonna put it right below it. Honestly, chat. Yeah, you never want to use it, bro. You never want to use it, chat. I'm gonna put it right here. This gun, 828, right? It has like similar stats to that. It's not even bad. But because other guns outclass it, bro, it's just don't use it, chat. Don't use it. Let me see. Is it better than 8280? Yeah, it's better than 8280 is better. This one, what gun is this? Oh, it's the snipers. Yeah, so that just goes there. EX42. This is another sniper. Let's see how much damage it does. 60 damage with poison. So poison will do up to 42 damage. So basically, because like, so basically it'll do 60 damage, but once the poison cycles through, it'll end up doing 42 damage. And at 42, there's nothing you can do to stop it, you know. So wait, hold up. 12 plus 42. Wait, what are they talking about? This thing's kind of confusing. I don't understand. Okay, so what I'm reading here, it does 12 damage, but then because of its poison stacking, it'll do up 42 damage. In total, that's 54 damage. So I feel like what it's telling me here is that it doesn't do 60 damage plus 42. Rather, plus its bullet damage and plus its poison, it does 60. Which is kind of fucking buns, which makes it the worst sniper in the game. What the fuck? But alright, chat. That's how it is. We're gonna go off of that. That it does 60 damage in total with bullet damage plus poison. Kind of sucks though. While these do fucking 100 right here. So it's just not even worth it, chat. Maybe its fire rate makes it better. Maybe. But I don't know. I doubt it. It's the worst sniper in the game right now though. Now we're gonna go to this shotgun. I remember this shotgun maybe being slightly meta for a little bit. Like, it was slightly meta because of its damage and shit. But even then, when I was slightly meta, it was still buggy. So it was still not worth using it, chat. So yeah. So because it's still buggy, it's going to be in the same category as snipers. But lower because it's buggy. Actually, we're just going to have to put it right here. Because it doesn't work, chat. Because, like, the pellets need to be fixed. Something about the pellets. I don't know how they're glitched. I don't know. But they just need to fix it, chat. Like I honestly kind of like snipers. Like snipers remind me of like I don't know. I feel like there's room in how these guns work. Room for shotguns. You know, the only problem is just they need to be done right. I wish you could put it below the burst, because honestly the bursts are currently better. Like I don't know. Both of these guns are hit or miss, because like it'll either do 30 damage or it'll do 2 damage. So both of these guns, bursts and shotguns, are just kind of messed up right now. But yeah, based on this, we're gonna rank it though. We're gonna rank all the shotguns right now. This one's reading the stats. It's already pretty bullshit. It does have 5 bullets though, so it's actually not 3 damage. It's 3 times 5. That's if you hit all the pellets, which is only 15 damage. That's the worst gun of the game. Holy. See, don't use the FA35, guys. Yeah, we're gonna rank this scattergun too. I'm pretty sure the E has a shotgun too. Yeah, I kind of like how EE's load out similar to the actual Galactic Empire, which is pretty cool. Because that's what they are. They're both empires trying to beat each other. But obviously we know EE's behind. But yeah. But then E is also a little more advanced. We're not gonna lie, chat. They have some advanced stuff, chat. But obviously they don't have the two separated, you know, they're not as strong and foundational as the Empire is. And that's why is that? Because they're better at politics, chat. A little bit of Star Wars though for y'all. 21 damage. Yeah, this one's just better. Fire rate 1 though. What the 1? Wow, so it's even worse. Wow, okay. So it's even worse than, but it's just both of these guns suck. They're just not worth using. And let's see the EE shotgun. Hopefully I'm not missing any shotguns. I don't think I am, but I might. Yeah. Okay, this looks like the shotgun. Okay, just look at the stats. 3 times 3. Oh boy. Because of its fire rate though, it's literally the same stats. If you put the DPS, is the same DPS as the FA, bro. Same DPS. But because it's 3 bullets, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm pretty sure this is a circle too. Because it's a circle, I honestly consider it worse because it's a circle. It's harder to hit that. But this one's probably a triangle. It is a triangle because it's 3 bullets every time it's a triangle. So honestly, because of that, I'm gonna say it's all the pellets are probably easier to hit. So I'm going to say the Gleam is probably the best shotgun. But again, all the shotguns are ass, though, so it's not saying much. But yeah, if these guns are ever fixed, you can understand that, oh shoot, this is the best sniper, this is the best shotgun though. Alright, Gaffy stick. Actually, there's no shotguns I'm missing, right? No. Okay, let's move on. Melees, I'm gonna do that separately. We can do the melees right now. We can do it right now. So Gaffy stick. This one does 11.75. Pretty nice. Secondary too. Honestly, it's a pretty cool gun. But because is a secondary, it only does 11.75. That kind of cucks it, bro. Because why use this when you can have this, which is just gonna give you more DPS? Like, you're losing out on DPS for this. The only reason this would ever be viable is in wars, because now you can have a melee gun while having an OP primary and OP tertiary. So really, could use for a little bit, but it's just not worth it. It's one of these niche stuff, like these healing guns, this melee. It's niche. You're not gonna use it. If you use it, you're losing. Like you're losing once basically, but it's good in wars though. So I'm gonna say it's probably worse than the healing guns. Like in wars, these are probably more valuable assets if somebody's really dedicating to it. So that's why I'm gonna put it a little bit below, right? But it's still viable, especially if you have the most overpowered primary and tertiary. So then it'll help you out for DPS. But then again, you're just losing ones. But yeah, just decent overall. Its damage kind of cucks it, but then again, you're having a 4-1, let's say 4-1. I'm pretty sure it's 4-1s. Secondary, while you can have a good tertiary and a good primary. So kunai is above it though, because it's just more damage. This one does have more range though. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up, chat. Because it's more damage, bro, and you don't have to give up your secondary, I'm gonna say it's better. Sadly. But yeah, this gun's pretty good though, chat. Yeah, but both of these are good. You're kind of losing in ones by using these, but still pretty good. Galar 15. All right, the Galaris chat. Actually, let's finish with the melees. Are we finished with the melees? Yes, we are. Before we get on with the most dangerous guns in the game, the Galaris, we're gonna finish up the snipers real quick. We're gonna speed run through these, which is basically just seeing which one has the most damage. Let's see, JC. I'm pretty sure this one used to be a burst. 70 damage though. What if this one does 100? Yeah. All right, chat. It's just these guns just make no sense. I do get it though. They're just not sure what to do with them. I hope they follow this idea. I think the idea that I made in this video was pretty good. I didn't think of it beforehand though. I wasn't, but this was not off the dome. PC41, PC41. Where's the PC41? Here's it. So I'm pretty sure this used to have bleed. I think they removed the bleed. It doesn't have it anymore. I'm pretty sure they'll add it back though, but right now it does not have it. It does say have fast reload for a sniper. So honestly, because of that, and it doing 100 damage, it's probably the best one because it probably has better exhaust than both of these. Maybe not as good as BX, but honestly, I'm gonna say it does have better reload than BX, just because I have a hunch. And it does say fastest reload, so it probably is the fastest reload. But then again, this was 130, so it still is the best. Yes, I'm just gonna put PZ right there. Probably does not have the bleeding though. Again, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the snipers, chat. All right, now we're gonna get it from Galaris. These guns are very good, very reliable. It's basically putting a Call of Duty AR in the game. That's why they're so fucking good, bro. They're not the best guns in the game, in my opinion. They're very, very close, but yeah. So yes, let's see. Galar 15. First, we're going to compare. Actually, we already compared this. DPS is slightly better because look, 17 damage, 0.534. 15 damage divided by 0.45. Yeah, so DPS on the 17C is slightly higher. And also, it's the headshot on Galar 17 is higher. So it's not like, oh, they're both +2 damage for the headshot. No. One of them is +3.75. One of them is +4.25. So Galar 17 is just generally better stats on 17C. However, in certain interactions, the speed can be very nice with the Galar 15. That'll allow you to basically, like, not, it wouldn't say up DPS, but rather cheese. But I won't say it's better, makes the 15 better than the 17C. I will say the 17C is better because better DPS. So we're actually going to put, I wouldn't say it's broken. I wouldn't say it's broken. I think it's very, very close. But, yeah. But it is better than all these other guns. Galar 17C slightly better because of its DPS. On headshot and regular. So, yeah. And then we're going to get to this gun. Actually, yeah, we'll get there. So yeah, that's this gun. I wouldn't say it's necessarily broken. There is certain guns I will say are broken though. All right. Let's see. IB9494. Let's see. This one's in the regular, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be in the bounty hunters. All right, let's look though. 13 damage, 33. So this is slightly more damage, but slower. DC15A. It does have a better DPS though. No, it does not. Is not. 40, yeah. So worse DPS than DC15A. And it's also worse DPS than this thing. So it's, remember, same gun as DC15A. It's honestly just gonna be worse these guns, bro. It is a single gun, so that kind of makes it more accurate, which is good. But because its DPS is worse, it's just, you're not worth using it. So honestly, it's gonna go below this gun. Honestly, but this gun's better though, so it's gonna even go lower than this gun, lower than that gun, lower than this gun, better than this gun. I'm gonna say this one's better, honestly. Cause what? Let's look at it again. 19 divided by 0.75, 25 DPS. Yeah, pretty sucky, chat. Let's look at this one, because DLT is kind of tricky. People say it's good. It's not as good as people think. But let's check it out real quick. DPS 6 divided by 0.15, 40 DPS. Okay, pretty nice. So yeah, DLT is slightly better. So yeah. And then let's check the. Honestly, I'm just gonna trust it. I was gonna look at the DPS. I think it's fine though. This gun just goes right here. Iron 2. This gun. Best DPS in the game. That is. Yeah. What the fuck, bro? Holy shit. Oh boy. We're just gonna put it right there, chat. No, that's it. KR. This is also. Actually, hold up. Let's look at the damage real quick. KR. 6 divided by. So wait, 6 divided by what? 6 divided by 0.11. 54. Pretty good. So yeah, that's gonna put it right here. Not as good as that one. Yeah. And then NN14. NN14. This one, I thought it was good. I thought it was like a pocket railgun. It is kind of like a pocket railgun, but its damage. Yeah, it basically is a pocket railgun. It's basically a pocket. It's a mini railgun. It's not a pocket railgun. It's a pocket railgun if it was like maybe the same stats, but just like less like capacity. But no, this is just, it's like a mini railgun. So less firepower, less fire rate. So it is faster though. But yeah, it's just, its DPS is just not really worth it. Cause look, it does 18 damage. Wow, so crazy, right? But then look at this. 17 damage, 0.5. Just not worth your time, bro. We will compare DPS though, just to give it a fair chance. 17 divided by 0.5. I'll do 18 divided by 0.69. 26. Whoa. Did we mess up our calculations, chat? Oh, we didn't. 34. So yeah, it's just, it gets blown out the water. It's honestly 19 divided by 0.75. Okay, this is where I know where to put it. It's gonna be right here. I'm gonna say. Okay, this looks like the R300s. Let's go to it real quick. And then, by the way, I don't promise this tier list is perfect, chat, but hey, I'm gonna say it's gonna set you, chat. It's pretty nice. Here, let's see. But yeah, obviously no tier list is gonna be perfect, chat. But this is a good tier list. I can confirm you guys that. Okay, 12 divided by 0.25. 48. Pretty nice. Remember, this is dualies though. So 12 divided by 1. This is basically DC-15A, but faster. Which puts it a pretty hard margin above everything. So I was thinking about putting above the DC-15S, but it does have a better DPS. It does not actually. It does not. Hold up. Slow your fucking roll, chat. It does not have a better DPS, but it is dualies though. But then again, its DPS is higher, so it doesn't really matter if it's dualies. So it goes above here. But does it go above dual RAs? It's close. I think dual RAs win though. 6 divided by 6 divided by. Oh, that fire rate's insane, chat. Same stats, chat. Hold up. Same stats, chat. These guns are very similar. So honestly, chat, I'm gonna put these slightly higher, bro. Wait, hold up. This might change depending if those 300s are secondary or tertiary. Secondary, chat. Hold up. Because of the secondary, bro, it goes so much further down. Because you can have so much better secondaries. With tertiaries, this one's just kind of better because there's not a lot of good tertiaries. So this one kind of just gets the ball. But there's so many better secondaries. So yes, it's good stats, but there's so many better secondaries you can go for. So it just gets what it gets. Here, let's look something up real quick. $142. I'm just comparing DPS. Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, it's just like 348 DPS. This one, DC 79, 49. It's just not worth using this gun. If you're huts, don't use R300s as much as they're cool. Use this gun, better DPS. They're also single, not duals. And then this one just better, the same DPS actually. But these are Satesh, which just makes it better because there's just better guns out there for secondary. So yeah, sorry 300s. Yeah. Next is gonna be EE gun again. Hard to tell which one these are. Rampage. That's Rampage, right? Right, chat? Yeah, it's Rampage. It's Rampage. Let's check the stats on these. 8s. This is DH. This is literally just DH, bro. It's literally just DH as a primary. Holy butts. So because of that, here, let's see. It is a longer barrel though, so I'm not gonna lie. It is harder to hit things with a longer barrel. So like with DH, you could probably hit more shots. It's probably easier to hit more shots with a DH-17 than it is with a longer gun barrel, because now the barrel is so much farther away from your character. With a DH-17, you can basically run into them and hit your shots. But because now with the longer barrel, you kind of have to play positions a little bit weird to hit those shots. Now again, that is playstyle though. It doesn't necessarily mean necessarily better or worse. Someone can analyze that. But that's just a little something I'm putting in there. Barrel means something. In general though, it's probably better to have a longer barrel though, because now your bullets, you don't have to be as close to your target, basically is what I'm trying to say. However, for quick movement though, shorter barrel is better though. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that. It's too much arbitrary. Is it better? What I'm trying to say is Rampage better than the Goliath 17C? Let's see. 8 divided by 0.15, 53. 17 divided by 0.5. I am gonna say it is better, chat. Is it meta? Not really. It's just a DH-17. Yeah, chat. I'm just gonna put it right there. Just gonna put it right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it above here because it's a primary, and you're getting all this DPS on primary. It's pretty damn nice, bro. So I wouldn't say it's broken, bro, because it's not that crazy, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Will I say use the over Goliath 17C? In my opinion, yes. Use it over Goliath 17C if you're EE. But yeah, let's get on with the tier list, chat. RPS. Both of these, we're just gonna gauge it. 50 damage, 50 damage, 50 damage, and then this one does 45 damage. Exhaust on 100. I don't know exhaust on some of the other RPS. This one's probably better though. I'm pretty sure I've always heard it's better too. So again, this is the same thing. I'm gonna say it's a little bit more valuable than these melees right here, but not as valuable as the healing gun. And this one's just it's worse because it's not as much damage. So yeah, these guns are all like niche right here. You can if you want, but you are cucking yourself because you can have better DPS. But again, in a team fighting situation, it is pretty nice. But yeah, I will say RPSs though are worse than healing snipers. And what's called kunai, yep, same. Probably worse than RPS though, because you just provide so much more value with an RPS than you do with kunai, in my opinion. And remember, there's also fist though. So really, if you need util, bro, just use fist, bro. If you're trying to use kunai for damage, you can, bro, but it's not necessarily worth it. With kunai, it does make it worth it though. Yeah. This one, damage is also cucked. 4M1s though, better range. So it's just if you will. But RPS is better than those. Not as good as healing snipers though. Healing weapons. Yeah. Which one's a better healing weapon, though? That's what I'm curious about. Honestly, it's probably, yeah, it's the DLT. Better healing gun. This one you kind of use like RCL though, which is like this one's like an automatic though, an automatic healing gun. This is a single shot healing gun. So whatever you want to use, chat, up to you. If you can hit your shot, this one, I would say this one, use it if you're not as skilled. Well, if you're okay. This one takes more skill to use. This one doesn't take as much skill. This one is better though. This one's just better. It takes more skill, but it's better. This one doesn't take as much skill. But yeah, they're also class locked, so there's not much competition. RSCF needs no introduction. Let me check something real quick. Let me check something. 16.3, 53. Has a DPS of a DH. Funny enough. I will say, don't fight me, please. Don't fight me. All right, let's move on. RT99, probably my 5th favorite gun in the game. It is a very unique gun because it's an LMG. There's no LMGs that exist. You could say with these guns, oh, why are these an LMG? These look like an LMG, bro. This does not look like an LMG. This does not look like an LMG. It's not like an LMG. You know what looks like an LMG? LMG that I fucking seen in Call of Duty, bro. So if you can show me a gun that looks like an LMG, besides RT99, it's an LMG, chat. All these guns, bro, heavy fucking assault rifles, bro. That's what they are, chat. Light machine gun, by mathematical maladies of Call of Duty, bro, is this. Hold up, chat. What's the definition? Okay, here's what makes an LMG an LMG. Has to be belt fed, chat. That's how it works. If it's not belt fed, it's not LMG. And the only thing that's belt fed is LMG RT99. And obviously, I mean, appears to be belt fed because obviously there's no belts in Star Wars. But let's just say, based on a gun that looks belt fed as an LMG, and that's the RT9, not RT99, and no other gun in the game, chat. So, yep. All right. RT99, let's check the stats on this boy. 9 divided by 3. Holy shit, that's literally just a worse DC-15A. It's a, not even a worse, bro. It's a cocked through DC-15A. Holy, you should never use this gun. That sucks because I like this gun. But yeah, this literally is just like, it's just a don't use, chat. It like goes at the bottom too. This is snipers, by the way. These are guns that are just like, they're class weapons, but there's also better guns to use. Like this gets out DPS by DC-15. This gets out DPS by DC-15A. This gets out DPS by DC-15A. So just don't use these guns. And these are just snipers, so don't use them. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. SE14. I thought we ranked this gun already. Hold up, there's this gun, this gun. Oh shoot, I think we messed it up, chat. This is the SE14, which is the burst gun I was talking about. This gun is the E11, chat. It is the E11. Okay, let's see the stats on this thing. 10 damage. Okay. 0.25. I'm trying to think what gun this reminds me of, but it's hard to do that. 40 damage. Okay. 40 DPS. I'm trying to think of a gun this is similar to, but it's kind of hard. Let's compare it to the IB. This is pretty similar to IB. 13 divided by... Holy, I'm hungry, chat. Okay. Okay, so we got a good gauge here. So it's better than the IB. My opinion, not better than the DLT. But let's check this out. It probably... I'm pretty sure it just has the same DPS as the DLT. But let's check real quick. 6 divided by 1.5. Yeah, so same DPS. Yeah. But it is what is the E11 chat? It's a secondary. Because it's a secondary, it kind of cucks it, because just use a DC-17M. So yeah, it's just gonna be right here. Same DPS, It's below though because it's the secondary. This Vibroknife does more damage than this one, so you never ever want to use this one because they're the same stats, but this one has more damage, so you just want to use this one. It is though. It is, yeah. You never want to use this knife because this one. I mean, hold up, because there's something we need to analyze here because I'm not really sure of. This one has 3 ones. I know that. How many M1s does this one have? I think it just has 3 M1s too. But I don't know, bro, because like, it says Shank, but I'm pretty sure it's Shiro. So, I don't know. It depends which form is faster. Or which one's better. And I'm going to say Shiro is better than Shank. So, Kunai just gets another point for being Aura. So, it's below Gafi. It's just right here. I would even put it in don't use. And I kind of should, but I kind of want to give you guys this little overview right here. Then it's just like never use. Like in no situation you want to use this knife over this knife. In no situation. It's just not even point. So yeah, we're just gonna put it slightly above. It's just gonna be right here. T21. Now this gun gets a lot of W's in the chat, y'all. And right, it beats Railgun chat off of stats. But is it better than our lovely DC-17M? Let's see. I'm trying to look for it, chat. It's right here. 18. I thought it was 19, chat, or whatever. 7 to 5. What's it called? And then our DC-17M. Holy, it's gonna blow it out the water, chat. 49-24. Yeah, so not as good as the DC as this gun. I will say, hold up, I need to compare it. 9 divided by 0.2, 45. Okay. Where did my gun go? Where is it? Chat, where is it? Whoa, yo, where did my gun go, chat? Where's my T21? Where's my T21, chat? Who stole it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. T21. Here, wait, hold up. I want to see this gun real quick. 12 divided by 0.3. Okay, it's also out DPS by that gun. Honestly, it's sad to say this, chat. A lot of guns I need to compare it to. No way, chat. No way. Hold up, chat. $13.39. Chat, every time I do a calculation, this T21 goes lower and lower in the tier list, chat. Oh boy, I'm sorry. 18 divided by 69. Hold up. 26. Okay, this is where it seems like our gun is winning right here. So 18 divided by 0.2 is 5. Damn, it even loses to this gun. Okay. So they both deal 18 damage, but the NN14 just does it better, chat. So it's going to go right here. Does it beat the BR, though? Let's see if it beats the BR. 19 divided by 0.75. I'm pretty sure it's 75. I'm just going to check just for the guys who be, oh, but BR is a little bit better. No. 75. Yeah, so BR is a little bit better. Just going to put it right there, chat. It is better than Railgun, though. This gun, what is this? Vibroblade. Poor Vibroblade, bro. Most aura. It's the #1 aura gain and the #1 aura loss. This has lost the most aura. 13 damage though. If that's true, chat. Hold up. It does have 3 on 1s though. It is Beast. Shiro versus Beast. Shiro wins. Even though it has 13 damage, Shiro still wins. And also has instant pullout. That's actually what gives it the edge. So I'm actually gonna put it right here. This has 4 on 1s. This has 3 on 1s though. I might even have 5 on 1s. I'm not sure, chat. Maybe we could look that up right now, just for the heck of it. For my little Tuscan fans out there. Tuscan for Tuscan. Hopefully we find it quickly. Tuscan M1. No one's telling me the M1s. Beast. Wait, hold up. I don't know. Like Fiberblade uses a new beast. Tuscan gaffy stick uses an old beast from pre-alpha. So it's not the same form. I will say, I think gaffy's nah. I'm gonna say Fiberblade's. I'm gonna say gaffy stick is better because you're sacrificing a primary. But then gaffy stick is 11 damage, bro. Who the fuck is using that shit, dude? Who the fuck is using that shit? Who's using that shit? Someone tell me in chat. Honestly, chat, I'm gonna say gaffy stick's a little bit better. And this is kind of weird though, but it's gonna be better because the skills, and also because you can use gaffy stick with RSKF. But with Vibroblade, you're getting rid of your primary, and Mando does not have a lot of good guns. Like any of its good guns is going to be in its primary, and with Vibroblade, you're losing that primary option. So now it's just you're cucking yourself with Vibroblade, so it's going to be below gaffy stick because of that. Now we're gonna get to Westar real quick. This sneaky little bastard. Don't like using that word, but it seems appropriate for this gun. 22 divided by 1. Let's see this real quick. 21 damage divided by 0.975. We get 21. 22 divided by 1. Okay. This gun slightly beats Railgun and damage. And then, hold up, 18 divided by... There's no way. There's no way T21 does 69 for higher, right? Hold up. 72, okay, I thought so. Divided by 7.25. No. Points. 24. 21. And then Railgun does how much? Okay. So, if all these semis... T21 out fire rates all of them. Yeah, so this one better. This one's the best. This one does have more. It only has like 4 shots. This one has like 5. But because of its damage and it being a secondary and it being a tertiary, I'm going to say this one's better because it can be contextuary. So you can have this gun, then you have DC-17M, then you can have Galar 17C. Boom. Goated. This one, you're losing out on DC-17M, so it's just not really worth it. And yeah. Then we're going to do this last 2 guns. This pistol, I do not know too much about. Pretty sure it's also a semi, though, so we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. Oh, boy. That damage is horrible, dude. Oh, boy. Poor gun, he's gonna be at the bottom of the tier list chat. Oh boy. Sorry, buddy. You can go like right here, bro. I'm honestly gonna keep it right here. It's honestly probably gonna be worse than this gun. But I want to keep all the semis in line. So this is the semi. Boom, semi right here. Boom, semi right here. Boom, semi right here. Boom, semi right here. BR. Does BR hold up? 2021 versus BR. Who's winning, chat? Put your vote in chat. 18 divided by 0.275. BR divided by 19.75. BR wins, chat. Boom. That's our win. That's our W. NM14, though. Who's winning, chat? 18 divided by point. Bro, beat NM14's freaking fire rate. So cheap, dude. Let's see. 0.69. Yeah, so it beats... yeah, it beats all of them. So yeah, it beats all the semis. Yeah. And accessory chat. Hold up for that shit. Wait, who wins though? Was Westar? I feel like Westar beats NM14 though. Let's hold up. Westar does. Let's see. Oh, Westar's just 22. Okay, headshot's pretty insane. But honestly, I don't care too much about headshot. Nobody like. I don't know, headshot's hard. Like, oh, I'm gonna put this one higher for the headshot. Like, it's just not really worth it. Like, in most of the case, you're getting a body shot. You're rarely getting a headshot. Like, it's not, the headshot's not enough for me to put it higher, in my opinion. And this one just also has a crazy magazine, so it beats this gun. And on DPS. So yeah, this one's the best one because it's DPS. Now DPS doesn't matter as much with semis. That's why Galar and 15 are so much, because even though their DPS, like their DPS is worse than like all these guns here, but because it's a semi, like semis doesn't really matter too much about DPS. Like DPS doesn't necessarily win, but because their DPS is better than these guns right here, in the semi battle they win because they have the DPS and they're a semi, so they have the DPS and the high damage. You know what I mean? So even though these Galars are out DPS'd by all these other guns, because their damage that they can do quickly, it makes them better. And that's why railgun people think railgun's so good. It does a lot of damage in a short moment. But because of DPS being outclassed so much, it makes it so much worse than all these other guns. Yeah, Galar on here is on top because of DPS and its instant damage. But yeah, it doesn't make it as good as these guys though. Yeah. So yeah, we'll do NM14 best semis out of these semis right here, not Galar though. Actually, we'll compare that right now. 15 divided by 45. Yeah, it also just has better DPS. That also blows it out the freaking water, chat. So yeah, this gun is just better DPS than that. Better than all these, actually. Alright, but let's get the last gun on the tier list, chat. Z6. This is like everybody's lost step cousin, bro. He's been around the block, bro. 5. Pretty sure this is the fastest fire rate in the game. An EE gun might be a little bit faster. Bro, I'm not asking for that shit. 55. Okay. This beats KR, bro. Makes me hurt, dude. But I mean, again, this is this gun. This is this gun. One's military grade. One looks like it was made out of outer rim gunshot, bro. So yeah, this gun. Yeah, this gun. What's it called? 16 divided by 0.3. Wait, there's no way RSKF 0.3, dude. There's no way, chat. Don't tell me, chat. 0.316. Yeah. So it's literally DC 15A on crack. Actually, hold up, chat. 16 divided by 0.3, that's 53. And honestly, hold up. Let's see the KR real quick. 6 divided by 54. Okay. 6 divided by 11. Okay. So this one's slightly better. 5 divided by 0.9. Best DPS. This one 100 DPS, chat. Yes, this one's the best. RKF's still up there. Obviously, we know this one's not the best, but it is pretty nice. There's a part of it what kind of puts it maybe even #1 if we're that serious. Is because it's a semi. So semi means, like, what really makes the semis kind of meta is but you can sneak so little damage in with one little bolt. So its DPS might be worse than other guns, but you can sneak in that damage with one little bullet. So yeah, but honestly, that just makes the semis easier to use, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make semis more meta. It just makes them easier to use, in my opinion. Like RSKF, it might be the easiest gun on this list to be good with, but then like these guns will out DPS it. You know what I mean? But it's still up there though. It's just not. I don't say it's #1 because it gets out DPS'd, but it's the easiest gun to use on the tier list though. So honestly, it can get #1. I don't want to put it on #1, chat, but it basically gets #1. Yeah. Because, like, in my opinion, I feel a higher skilled player. Like, if we're talking about peak level skill, there's 2 peak level skill players. The peak level skill player who's running, let's say, KR, will beat the highest skill level player who's running RSKF. because of DPS. Now it's very much of a toss-up, actually. Hold up, 16-3. Hold up. Honestly, not KR. KR is not strong enough. It only has 1 DPS, right? But like, let's just say something assertive, like Z6. A good Z6 player will be of good RSKF player because of how RSKF is right now. And even KR, just KR, it's a lot more of a toss-up. It's only 1 more DPS. This one's 5 divided by 0.9. Yeah, 55, 2 more DPS. So it still is a toss-up, but a higher skill level player, I do think Z6 could win more often than RSKF. So that's why it's below. But yeah, that's it right now. I did wish the meta was based less on DPS winning all the time. And I also do hope that snipers get fixed, shotguns get fixed, burst weapons get fixed, melees get fixed because they're so gimmicky right now. And yeah, I hope to see that they can do that little thing about like not shotguns. Shit. Like, I don't know. Like give snipers back their regular damage, but give them that sensitivity nerf, give them that speed nerf. And then like look at the shotguns. Maybe okay, we'll give them no speed nerfs, but give them the sensitivity nerf. Then we'll look at RPS. Okay, we'll give them a high speed nerf, high sensitivity nerf. Then look at like what's it called? Miniguns. We'll give them highest speed nerf, same as RPS. Actually, maybe the most, even higher than RPS. Highest sensitivity nerf, and like shit like that. Like honestly, it's not a list or anything, but like think of those nerfs and put them to all these heavy guns, bro. But then remove that range off a sniper, and yeah, type shit. And then make these guns just weird. Like they're good, but like I honestly feel like they should be more like they were in pre. Like in pre, they were good team fighting weapons. They weren't necessarily good ones, but they were good team fighting weapons. That's what these guns should be. Right now, they're honestly better team fighting weapons, and I don't know, they're good in ones, but like they're too good in ones. But yeah, this gun's also just stupid, bro. 100 DPS, chat. What are we doing? I know it's the hardest gun to hit in the game though, but 100 DPS, chat. What are we doing? But yeah, like honestly, like I'd rather have a gun to have less DPS and also just function as a regular gun. Like this has the highest DPS that gets in the game, but it doesn't fucking work, bro, because its fire rate is so high you can't aim that thing, bro. Like think of it how it works in Star Wars and like balance it after that, chat. Basically. But yeah, that's the end of the tier list, chat. I will be releasing another one. I'll be releasing a soul code tier list, basing it on how good it is for Saber, how good it is for Gunner, in one video. Then we're gonna do gun tier list, soul core tier list, and form tier list. We'll be doing a form tier list. That will be including all the forms and all the saber types, including light spear, double bladed, dual saber, and yeah. But yeah, that's it for this video, chat. This has been a kind of a long video. But yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll figure out how to chop this up, chat. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Peace out.